What up, y'all? This Cliff. Hey, man, shout out to Charlie Kirk, man. That's sad, man. That ain't even right, dog, for real. Anybody in America ought to have the right to talk about what they believe in without getting shot at and shit. Somebody said he's dead. I read a comment. They said that he fell into rigor mortis before he hit the ground, which I think rigor mortis takes a while to set in. But anyway, you never know what people put on comments and stuff. But yeah, man, that's fucked up. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Pardon my language. That's fucked up, man. I mean, damn. All the dude does is talk. It ain't like he's out here beating up down Palestinians or dropping nukes on Gaza. I mean, hell, he just talks, man. And people ain't. You can't let a motherfucker sit up here and talk without wanting to shoot him. A motherfucker talking makes you that goddamn mad that you gotta go and shoot him. Man, that's some fucked up shit. Y'all got some problems, motherfuckers, Democrats. But anyway, I got something else to tell y'all today, man. Man, let me tell y'all, back when I was using that dope, I was popping that dope. I mean, like it wasn't nothing. But I'm gonna tell you something. I I used to dope girls. I'm just gonna say it. That's really not what they call them around here. They call them something else. But I'm gonna say dope girls. Man, let me tell you about these dope girls. Man, these girls would absolutely rob you blind. They would call you, come to your house, sleep with you, get high off your dope, and then clean your house, top you off for 2 days, sitting there waiting, and the whole time they just sitting there waiting on you to pass out or crash so they can steal. Man, listen, I had this girl at my crib one time, and we'd been up for about 2 or 3 days. Well, I mean, after you've been up for so long, man, you crash. So I crashed, went to sleep, and I come to, and I was like, okay, I know I got a pocket full of dope, and I got a couple Xanaxes, and I was like, hey, where's old girl at? Me and her get high. So I get to looking around, and I'm like, what? I was like, that bi, she done left, man. So I go in my hallway to where my bathroom is. I had a closet that I kept my towels in, deodorant, lotion, Q-tips, all the old shit I use. But anyway, I go in there to get a towel out to take a shower, and I noticed that there's no towels, there's no deodorant, there's no. They stole my socks, man. Oh, they stole my underwear and t-shirts and took them and give them to another dope cook, man. I ain't kidding you. These dope girls was something else, man. They would come over there and sleep with you and tell you everything you wanted to hear just so they could rob you. I'll tell you that I was dating this, not dating. I don't know, man. It was this girl that I liked her for some reason, man. The girl wasn't worth a shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Uh, she wasn't worth nothing, man. And for some reason, I liked her. Well, I remember one night. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but one of my thumbs is a little bit longer than the other one, and we was getting high one night, and I remember I was sitting here, and there was a girl on this side of me, and I was talking to her like this, and my buddy was over here beside me cleaning a pipe with a torch. And I remember the whole time I'm rapping to this girl trying to, talk game or whatever. In the background right here, all I hear is of that torch where he was cleaning that pipe. So as I'm talking to her, he's like, here you go, here's that pipe. And the son of a gun handed me that hot end that he had just been burning on for about 30 minutes. And man, when I grabbed it, um, it just burnt the shit out of me. And so anyway, it blistered up, and I tried to pop it with a pen. Well, next thing you know, a damn staph infection set in on it. Like, man, my damn thumb it was like that big around. I swear to God. And so I had to go to the hospital and stay in there for like 14 days. They had to cut it out, and I almost had to get my thumb amputated, but I was lucky they cut it out. And so I come home from the hospital, and since they cut that out, there was a hole in my thumb, and it had to heal from the inside out. So I had to, every day, 2 or 3 times, I had this medicated packing gauze that I would have to take out, and I would have to press some more down in there and then wrap it up. And I had this bank bag, money bag, and man, I kept all of my stuff in there, my dope, my paraphernalia, and all that stuff. And so one day, this old girl, we hadn't seen each other in a while. We got in a fight or whatever, and so she comes back around, and because man, I don't know how they find out, but anyway, I'd got a couple 8 balls. She found out. Next thing you know, hey, you want to hang out? And of course, I was stupid. I was like, yeah. But we was gonna go to Walmart, man, and I just something I don't know. Like I had this intuition, like, man, something ain't right about this. Like she been gone for weeks with some other dude, and then I go and get a couple 8 balls of ice, and all of a sudden here she is calling me. Now she's with me. So I thought, you know what? When we go to Walmart, I'm gonna take that dope out of the money bag, and I had a little bitty box that had gauze in it that I would wrap it around my finger. So I took the dope out of the money bag, the 2 8 balls, and I stuck it down in that little box of gauze. So we go in Walmart, man, and she's like, hey, I got to use the bathroom. I'll meet you on this aisle. I was like, cool. Never thought nothing of it, Well, 2, 3, 4 minutes later, I get a text message. You sorry motherfucker. You took that fucking bag out, didn't you? You took that dope out of the bag. And I was like, what are you talking about? She was going to rob me. I was right. She was going she had a dude in the parking lot. And the deal was, we was going to go in Walmart. She's going to say she had to use the bathroom, go back out to the truck, and steal the dope. Well, she didn't know that I did the okie doke on her. And then had the nerve to call me a sorry motherfucker because she didn't get the chance to rob me because I outsmarted her. And I was like, I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you another time about this girl, man. I was trying to go to this place one night where I wanted to hang out and get high. And I had a bunch of ice, a bunch of it. And she pulls up one day in a Lincoln, Crown Vic, whatever. It looked like one of them old cops cars, Crown Victoria, yeah. She pulls up on a Friday evening, and she's got this dude with her, man, and there's something wrong with him. I don't know what was wrong with him. I didn't even know the dude, but apparently she was gonna trick, give him some booty or whatever, and let him pay her. And well, she pulled up over there, want me to give her some dope so she could get high before she went and done this trick. Like there was something wrong with this dude. Like he was like, like something was the matter with the guy. I don't know if he was retarded or what. Like I don't know. And but I tell her, I say, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you'll give me a ride to this place I need to go, I'll hook you up. Not only will I give you a shot of dope, I'll give you a little sack, And she said, okay. Well, I go in and I get a laundry basket of clothes that I'm going to wash at this other place I'm going. And so I put my laundry detergent in it, my dryer sheets, and all my dirty clothes. And I put the laundry basket in the trunk, and I put the money bag in the back seat with me. Well, I just didn't trust this girl because she'd already tried me once. So I took the dope out of the money bag, stuffed it down in the middle of my laundry bag. You know, like I knew she wasn't finna go through that laundry. She thought that money was in that bag. So, all right, we leave my house out in the country and we got to drive into Huntsville. Where I'm going is like 35-minute ride. Now I told her, look, I got enough weight on me to to get me some time. I mean, some serious time. So look, if you do this and you give me this ride, you got to drive right now. Now, y'all, this girl, she was one of them that you could tell her, hey, slow down. The cops are sitting right there. And she would fucking floor it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like she was crazy, man. So we're going down the road and she starts an argument with me. I'm in the back seat. I'm just trying to get a ride, man. And I'm in the back thinking, boy, this is weird as hell. This dude's retarded up here. And she's running game on him. And like, I'm like, man, I'll be glad when I get to where I'm going. Well, we get to North Huntsville. All right. So there's a gas station used to be at the end of Maston Lake on the right side of the road by Lakewood. Well, this is a black neighborhood in Huntsville. That's about 9 o'clock at night, 8:50 or something like that. And we pull up at this store. I needed to get something. We pull up at this store, and the store getting ready to close at 9 o'clock now. And I go inside, and when I come back out, my laundry basket is sitting on the ground by the front door of this store, and they gone. She thought she got me again. So she took, because the money bag was in the back seat, and it just had like, needles and paraphernalia, whatever in it, And sure enough, man, and thank God that she put my laundry basket out because they'd have my dope in it or whatever. So I'm stranded in North Huntsville, man, on foot. I'm like, what in the hell am I going to do? So I see these two, I see a black dude at the gas pump, and I go over to him and I say, hey, man, look, man, this old crazy girl just left me here. I'm trying to get a ride to so-and-so. Man, I got this ice. It's all I got, man, and I'll trade you some of it. And he was like, what are you talking about? You got real? And I showed him what I had, and he had a friend in the car that was like asleep. He was like, hey, man, wake up, man. Look at this. He got the real ice, man. He got that real stuff. And so I told him, I was like, look, man, if you'll give me a ride up the road about 16 miles, I'll give you a half a gram of it, And the guy was like, all right, that's cool. I was like, thank God, man. So I get in the car with him, and he was like, all right, go ahead and break me off that gram. And I said, no, it's supposed to be a half a gram. He said, you want to ride or not? I was like, you motherfucker. All right. So I broke him off a big old chunk and give it to him. I shit you not, y'all. This guy pulls out of the store, takes a right, takes an immediate left, goes 4 houses and pulls in a driveway, gets out of the car and hollers, hey, bitch, bring your ass up here. And then here comes some white lady walking up there, rough, man. You could tell she was tricking, He says, hey, take this motherfucker where you need to go. I was like, okay, all right. She's like, well, it's going to cost you. You're going to have to give me some dope. And I'm like, God damn, y'all killing me, man. Like, fuck. So I ended up having to work out a deal with her. I had to give her some dope to get me over there. But anyway, the woman carried me over there. But, man, on the way to Huntsville, before we got to that store, which this is one of the reasons why she left me, she started speeding down the highway in a 65-mile-an-hour zone. She was running like 75 and 80, and I was asking her, hey, will you please slow down? I've already told you I've got all this shit. And she was doing it on purpose. She was trying to get me jammed up. Well, I asked her like 5 times, look, slow down. And finally I said, look, slow the fuck down, And I called her some names or whatever, and this dude in the front says, you're not going to talk to her like that or something. I don't know. Man, I reached around the front and I grabbed him. I said, slow this motherfucker down right now. And I didn't want to do it, man. Trust me. I didn't want to do that, but that was my only option, man. I didn't want to go to jail either. You know what I mean? So when I hooked old boy up in the sleeper hole, she quit. But when she slowed down, she made her mind up, all right, I'm fixing to rob him. But she didn't know that I'd had that intuition again, and I'd stuck that dope in them clothes. And she said that if she would have just took off and stole everything, the clothes basket and all, she would have got me. But she set my clothes out. She'd had no idea she was setting that. And then had the nerve the next day. Okay, no, I stayed where I went to. I stayed for 2 nights, and then I come back home on a Sunday. And I'm sitting at the house there, and I hear a car pull in out in the driveway. So I go to the door and I look, and it's her in that same car, but she's by herself this time. And she walks up to the door and gives me $100 and says, "Here, will you fix me up 100?" I said, "Yeah, I got you." She's like, "I'll wait in the car." So she turned around and started walking back toward the car. I said, "Hey, bitch, thank you for that 100. That's for putting me out on my feet the other night." Slammed the door. "No, don't do me like that ain't my money. I don't give a fuck whose money it is. You just lost it." Oh, but that girl, man, she was something serious, boy. She would rather fight and argue than have a peaceful time, enjoy. Like, I mean, she was just nuts, man. And I was crazy about her. Yeah. But yeah, she tried to get me twice, and I slicked her both times, man. Just, I don't know, got lucky, I guess. But I'm gonna tell you, man, them dope girls were something serious, man. They'd clean your house and everything, knowing that as soon as you go to sleep, they finna steal everything you got. And man, the shit they would steal they would steal toilet paper, freaking soap, Dawn dishwashing liquid. I'm telling you, man, those dope girls was something serious. I mean, something serious, bro. They would take you for everything you have, man. And then I guess because I kept letting them come back, you know. I don't know. I tried to be nice, you know, like I used to try to be nice to them and stuff, but I learned after a while you cannot be nice to a dope whore. It just don't work. I actually even had an old dope whore tell me that one time. She told me one night, she said, "Cliff, you know why you ain't ever gonna get the girl?" I said, "No." She said, "'Cause you're a nice guy." She said, "The nice guys never win." She was right, man. She was 100% right. Seriously. She told me that before. That was all this was before I went to prison. And she told me, she said, "You'll never get the girl because you're too nice." She said, "Nice guys never win." And she was right. Shit, man, you don't get no points out here for being nice or doing the right thing and all that. It don't matter what you do, you know. Either a motherfucker like you or they don't, you know. Ain't nothing you can do anymore to impress them. Like used to, you could do things and it impressed women, and now it's just like, let me go look at his Facebook profile. If I see something I don't like, then it's a man. Imagine the people that have missed out on good partners, soulmates, because they instead of getting to know them and things like that, they went and scrolled their Facebook page and said, "Oh no, I don't want to talk to them." That might have been your motherfucking soulmate, but you didn't like what you seen on Facebook, so you know. Or that dude might have took in your 2 kids that don't have no daddy, or got a daddy that won't have shit to do with them, you know. And y'all didn't care about none of that. Y'all would rather them kids not have a motherfucking daddy, you know. Like, I don't know, man. I'm glad them days is over, man. I'm telling y'all, prison saved my life, man. Seriously. I mean, nobody wants to go do a 10-year sentence in prison, but it saved my life, man. It changed my thinking. It changed my, my ways and everything. Like yeah. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I didn't even really know. I didn't really become a man until I went to prison. I learned. I learned from. I'm just gonna be real. I learned from these dudes in there. These white dudes. They had their thing going on. I wasn't a part of it, but I learned from them about being a man and how you carry yourself and you can carry yourself a certain way in prison and you'll earn respect. Because prison, just like anywhere else, man, nobody gonna give you respect. You got to earn it. And when people watch you for a minute and they like, all right, he ain't, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. He ain't, running up debts. He ain't walking around high. He ain't, he if he says he's gonna pay you back on something, he pays you back. Or if you're down and out and you need something, hell, he'll help you with it. And then once people start seeing that, then that's all it takes, because then somebody might say something like about you, and they might like, no, bro, he's a real man, like But that's where I learned how to be a man, was in prison, man. I learned about your word, like in prison, man. Your word's the only thing you got, and if your word ain't no good, like you ain't. And I'd always heard that, but I never knew it till I got put in that situation. But man, I'm gonna tell you something. Them dope days, I don't miss them one bit. Not one bit, man. Yeah, they can have it. They can have it. I'm done. Like I said, man, that shit run me all the way down through there. Took me to prison. Lost everything I had. Had to start over from scratch. Got out. Got married. Had a kid. Damn, if I didn't go through a divorce and it just crushed me again, ruined me, had to start back over again, and I still ain't recovered from that, like financially and stuff. Lost a brand new home that I bought. Fucking family courts, man. That's a. I'm gonna do a video on that, but yeah. But I'll tell you what, though, man, I'd rather be living in this old shithole over here where I'm at than, um, somewhere, you know, better, but on dope. You know what I mean? Like, that dope's the devil, man. Seriously. I seen it ruin. It ruined our whole hometown, man. Seriously. Whole hometown I grew up in. I mean, it was an epidemic. Everybody was on it. I mean, everybody. People you wouldn't even think of was on it. But like I said, them days over with for me, man. I don't even go to my hometown, man. It's just same old shit. I mean, I miss living out. I wouldn't mind living there, but the people, man, like, it don't matter. I could fucking cure cancer today, and people from my hometown would be like, "Oh, well, he probably fucking stole the formula or something." Like, man, you make one mistake in New Hope, Alabama, and you'll always be known for that one mistake you made. And you can do a million good things, and nobody will ever talk about any of them good things. But they'll never let you live down that one mistake you made. For real. I mean, I'm raising a little girl that's a straight A student, man. Like, I don't get it, man. But anyway, that's just how people are, I guess, man. You live and you learn. I mean, just like I learned, when I was out there in the streets using, you learn when you get clean and or when you get straightened up and you start, getting married and stuff, you learn lessons on that too. So, and this is what crazy. Let me tell y'all this. I'm just gonna say it because I don't care. It is what it is. It's what I was told. I met my uh I met my baby mama in the rehab. She told me that the reason why she was there, she'd got a 5-year sentence because, man, I ain't gonna do all that. I ain't even gonna do that. I'm just gonna let that one ride, y'all. I'll save that one for another time. Another time. All right, y'all.